Well, here's the myth. Some people will say, well, I want to snap my finger. I want to snap my finger. I want to snap my finger. So I said that line 3 times, obviously. If you go back and rewind this tape, you'll notice that they were all 3 slightly different. So what I can do is I can franken-build that. I could go back in the editing process when I'm done here and take out 2 of those 3 I can snap my finger lines. But if anyone were to analyze those, they will notice that they are slightly different tones each time. And, here's this weird thing that happens. If I'm snapping my finger, and then if I'm snapping my finger, and then if I'm snapping my finger, each one of those, you might go, well, that one is awesome. Nah, you might not say it for my lines. But if you said that one is awesome, that's not really the point of having the most awesome single lines you can put together. It's having a flow and a natural feel to your voicing, which is really different when you franken-build the best line with the best line with the best line. Each of those lines individually might be the best I could voice something. That doesn't mean they fit together and flow. And the human ear, I mean, when people are listening who aren't, they're not into all this stuff, they don't always know, but something doesn't sound the same to them as when I'm just talking, when we're having an interactive conversation. And when it's actually subtly switching between best line to best line to best line, as opposed to kind of a flow that you get in a normal, comfortable conversation. So punch and roll, when done right, allows for a better flow throughout everything. And that's what's the winning process over time. It's not just that it saves you time and effort while working. It's that ultimately it sounds better when done right. Now, that doesn't mean the first day it's perfect, because I'm still working on it. And I'll get this little discussion point about I lose my flow. Well, that's why it plays you some back. And when you learn to do it right, that is what is the key to making sure your match comes in because of what you do during the pre-roll, and you get a much better flow. And actors do this all the time on TV, movies, Netflix, if they're filming. They have to do the same scene over and over and over again. And what they have to do a lot of times is go back way before, and then the editors try to find a point where it makes sense to try to blend them together. And what they can do is they do a scene change. They can go from camera 1 to camera 2 to camera 3. Nobody is bothered by all those things, and they have the visuals changing. We can't do that in audio. So therefore, when you're punching and rolling, you get a chance to listen to yourself and get a better match. And it's very different. Go ahead and say the same line 10 times in a row and record yourself, and you'll see each one is subtly different. And you still have to rethink. So, it ends up being a better match.